Hello everybody, my name is Paige and welcome back to my channel. So I just saw Mean Girls the musical, and today I'm gonna tell you guys what parts of the movie I thought were so fetch and which parts of the movie made me think, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. So if you're interested in this video, stay tuned and let's get right into it.
So fetch. What is fetch? Oh, it's like slang from England.
I thought the casting for this movie was pretty solid. I liked Tim Meadows and Tina Fey reprising their roles as Principal Duval and Miss Norbury. It was really cute to see them, and it was nice that their characters are now together, whereas in the original they were just, there was the tension. They wanted each other, but yeah, so that was really cute. I really liked that Renee Rapp got to reprise her role as Regina because she did play Regina in the Broadway version, and I think she is a very strong singer, and I liked her rendition on the character. I thought everybody did a pretty good job, and the casting was pretty spot on. I actually very much enjoyed the music in this movie. I thought some of the songs were stronger than others, but I really liked quite a lot of them. I'm not a stranger to musicals. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I was a theater kid. I was in show choir, so I like musicals, and I had no problem that they made this a movie musical. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was good. I thought the songs were good. My favorite song in the movie was Regina's song during the Halloween party. I thought it was really, really good, and that was one of the high points of this movie for me. I really enjoyed the scene in the bathroom when Regina and Katie are talking at the spring dance. I thought it was a very emotionally poignant scene, and it was really nice to actually have a moment where we hear Regina's feelings after being hit by the bus. I thought that was a nice addition that the movie doesn't have, so I did really enjoy that scene.
And he totally complimented you. That is so fetch. Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Now, unfortunately, there were a lot of things about this movie that just made me say, oh my God, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. And that's super unfortunate because I think the problem that this movie really runs into is that the 2004 Mean Girls is so iconic, and it's very hard to not compare the two in your mind. If you're someone like me who grew up with that movie and has watched it countless times, you can quote it. It's very iconic, it's very quotable, and unfortunately this musical doesn't have any element, in my opinion, that makes it quotable, iconic, or memorable. One issue with this movie that I could not get past was the wardrobe. I feel like the costuming in this movie was so poorly done. I know that I'm pretty sure the costume designer had said something about how they wanted to make it, more modernized with the fashion, and I completely understand that. But when you go on social media, there are so many viral trends to choose from, and considering that Y2K has come back in such a large way, especially the McBling era has really come back, and I feel like there were so many creative ways that they could have used fashion to tell the story like they did in the original movie that was severely lacking. And of course, in a musical, you have a lot of time constraints. You don't have a lot of costume changes, and you don't have time to do it. But because this is literally a movie, they have ample time to really work on the costumes. In the original movie, the costumes are so iconic to each character and really tell a story. When we see Regina, her outfit is giving like mini power suit, but for school, and it makes sense because she is the queen bee. You don't really see Renee Rapp wearing anything in the movie that is easily identifiable and sets her apart from the other student body. I really want to know if they've changed PG-13 ratings over the years or something, because I just felt like this movie lacked a lot of the bite and the meanness, the edginess of the original movie. It's freaking Mean Girls, and none of the people in this movie are really that mean. We don't see Regina George calling the girl's mom and telling her she's pregnant and pretending she's from the freaking clinic.
Hello, may I please speak to Taylor Waddell?
She's not home yet. Who's calling?
Oh, this is Susan from Planned Parenthood. I have her test results. If you could have her give me a call as soon as she can. It's urgent. Thank you. She's not going out with anyone.
Like, we don't get any of that. We don't get any like, of course, Renee raps Regina, makes little snarky comments, but there isn't really much that she does that's outright mean. Even when she when she tries to get Aaron Samuels back because she knows that he likes Katie, she doesn't even do it by trying to, like, persuade Aaron away from her by saying that she's weird and, you know, is doing weird things and being a stalker. She does go into the song number, which to me, the song, like I said, that song at the Halloween party was one of the high notes for me. It was more menacing, but to me that song was the most menacing part of her entire character. Like, it didn't come off in that same meanness as before. Even Janice Ian's character really bothered me because in the movie, Janice is also a mean girl. The way that she dismisses Katie and says she's gonna call her Caddy, the way that she plots for Katie to do all these mean things to Regina, it just doesn't have the Janice Ian in 2004 Mean Girls is completely different from Janice of today in the movie musical. 2004 Janice was edgy and kind of snarky and rude.
She's a scum-sucking road horse. She ruined my life.
She had more of an intimidating personality. She was a strong personality, and this new Janice just doesn't have any of that. I even felt like Janice's song at the end was very misplaced. They should have given it to Katie. If they were gonna have Janice have a musical number, I feel like it should have been something grungy, alternative, like pop rock inspired. Like, that would have been so cool and would have actually made sense for her character. I do just feel like a lot of the characters just were not mean enough. And unfortunately, I also really disliked Karen in this movie, and that's no hate to the actress that plays her. I just feel like they made her so dumb to the point where it was just really, really hard to like get into it and enjoy it. It was like actually annoying me, because whereas Amanda Seyfried was definitely an airhead in the 2004 version, she wasn't just walking around like the whole movie. And I feel like that's what they did in this musical. Like, why is she just looking like a deer in headlights the entire, like, we get it, she's dumb. The way it's played up so much in the movie. And I think that is another problem I have with a lot of the scenes, especially when it comes to Karen. I feel like they directed her to act like she was in a musical, and I feel like they should have wrote this as a movie that has musical numbers and not a musical that they want to be a movie. And last but not least, I feel like this movie did a not very good job of showing and not telling. There's so many things that, and so much dialogue that occurred in this movie where it was like, you know, it's not correct to do this anymore, blah, 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 blah. And they just like tell us this. And even the dialogue about what happened to Janice with Regina, oh my gosh, I absolutely hated that. The charm and beauty of the first movie was the ambiguity about like what happened between Janice and Regina. And I feel like the musical revealed that way too early. And then to have this complicated story about a plushie and setting it on fire, it was just too much. And I honestly, please don't hate me, you guys, but I really did not like that they made Janice a lesbian in this movie in actuality, because in the original movie, it's like a running joke once you find out that Janice is Lebanese, that Regina started the rumor about her being a lesbian because she misunderstood lesbian and Lebanese, and then it just kept going. And I thought that that was actually a really good joke that they did in the movie. Because when you're really in school, everyone, I'm sure, has had an instance where they heard a rumor about somebody that was, oh, I heard so-and-so was blah, blah, blah back in blah, blah, blah grade, or did blah, blah, blah in whatever grade. And that'll follow somebody. And I thought it was really cool that they showed that this rumor that Regina started about Janice is not even true, followed her all the way through high school, just to find out in the end that she's not a lesbian, she's just Lebanese, and she has an alternative style. And it goes to show, like, you can't judge a book by its character, because just because she dresses a certain way doesn't mean anything about her sexuality. And so for them to kind of take that away and actually make her a lesbian, I feel like kind of reduces the point of the whole rumor in the first place. Guys, editing me here. I also forgot to mention how I really did not like how they changed some characters, I guess, to try to be more inclusive, but then like changed some last names and whatever. But then Kevin Onpour is now, I forgot what his new last name is, but he's still the same like stereotype that he was before. So like why is that if everybody else gets to kind of have like some kind of an update and then he's still like the nerdy Indian stereotype? I don't know. That was kind of weird for me because I feel like on one hand they're trying to like yassify and like, I hate saying this, but like woke, make things more woke, but they don't do it well. And then like they still leave Kevin to be like what his character was. I don't know. I think it's odd. Like I feel like there's a way to make things more diverse and more inclusive while also making them like genuine and good and still funny. So all in all, despite the negatives that I had to say, I did think that it was a cute movie musical and it was very fun. However, I don't think that I'm going to revisit it. Like, if I want to watch Mean Girls, I'll just watch the original. But I did think it was fun. It was cute. I don't think that it was necessary, though. I don't think it was needed. It wasn't something that just had to be made, in my opinion, because it just was... I mean, I'm sure you can find footage of the actual musical online somewhere, and then you can just watch the original movie. And I would definitely wait for it to like come out on Paramount Plus or like HBO Max or something like that before you go see it in theaters. But yeah, I did enjoy it enough, and I hope you guys enjoyed this movie review. Thank you guys so much for coming by my channel and stopping to watch this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.